Today I'm going to go over another 3 different types of triangles. I know that I went over um, right triangle, acute, and obtuse, and those are based on the angles, right? So a right triangle has an angle that is a right angle, 90 degrees. An obtuse triangle has an angle that is above 90 degrees, and an acute triangle has 3 angles that are under 90 degrees. But there are also 3 other types of triangles that are based not on the angles, but on the sides of the triangles. And they actually relate to the other type of triangles, the acute, right, and obtuse, that I'll get into in another video how they relate to each other. But specifically for this one, I will just go over what makes an equilateral triangle, an isosceles triangle, and a scalene triangle. And just to be clear, I did not measure these out exactly, but just focus on basically the length of the sides. That's what these numbers are. So basically, an equilateral means that all 3 sides are exactly the same length. Okay, so in this one it is 4, 4, 4. Sometimes you'll see something like this to denote that they are all the same. You might even see this, something like that. But as long as it has the same number of lines through each, then it means that they're all equal, right? So in this one, you might see something like this, or say something like this. I don't know. It kind of depends on the but yeah, just know that if 2 of these have like 1 line through it, then that means that those are equal, and this one has 2 lines through it, that means it's not equal to the other one, right? Anyway, so an equilateral triangle has the same length, each side is the same length, all 3 sides. An isosceles triangle has 2 sides that are the same length, okay? These ones are both 4, and then 1 side that's not. Okay? And then a scalene triangle has 3 sides that are all different lengths. Okay? So, in another video, I'm going to talk about how this affects the angles specifically. But because it does have an effect on the angles, the lengths of the sides. But this video is just about equilateral, isosceles, and scalene and what they mean. So once again, equilateral, all 3 sides, same length, 4, 4, 4. Isosceles, 2 sides are the same length, 4 and 4, and then 1 side is different. Scalene just means all 3 sides are different length. There are no sides that are the same. So, not too hard. Equilateral, obviously, is the one that's easiest to remember because equal. All 3 sides are equal. Isosceles and scalene are, you kind of have to memorize them. I don't have any tricks, unfortunately. I'm sure there are probably tricks to remember which one is scalene and which one is isosceles, but I don't know any off the top of my head. But yeah, that's basically a good introduction to equilateral, isosceles, and scalene. and soon I will make another video about how these three triangles relate to right, obtuse, and acute.